The Constitutional Court has ruled against the impeachments of 4 public officials, including the head of the nation's audit agency and the head of the Central District Prosecutors Office here in capital Seoul. Now, these rulings come ahead of the much-anticipated verdict on the president's own political fate. Soo-young has our top story.
The Constitutional Court dismissed the National Assembly's motion to impeach 4 state officials ahead of President Yoon Suk Yeol's impeachment verdict. The court on Thursday announced its decision not to uphold the dismissal of Chief State Auditor Choe Jae-hae on allegations he broke the neutrality of the Board of Audit and Inspection by acting in the interests of the Yoon administration and conducting a weak audit of the relocating of the presidential office in 2022. That move by President Yoon was criticised by his political opponents, who make up an overwhelming majority at the National Assembly. The judicial bench, however, cited a lack of evidence that Choe had acted illegally or unconstitutionally and asserted the independence of the auditing authority. The bench also ruled on the impeachment of 3 prosecutors, including Seoul Central District Chief Prosecutor Lee Chang-soo and prosecutors Cho Sang-won and Choe Jae-hae, who have been accused of conducting a lenient investigation into First Lady Kim Gon-hee's alleged involvement in a stock manipulation case. The justices said it was difficult to conclude the prosecutors had violated the law or constitutional principles. The court has been working on 9 impeachment cases, 8 of which were pushed through by the Assembly after President Yoon's martial law on December 3rd last year. Yoon's legal team claimed Thursday's rulings confirmed the opposition abused its legislative power with a series of impeachments and called for the president's case to also be dismissed immediately. As political and public pressure continues to become more fervent by the day, particularly after his release from detention, the court appears to be moving more cautiously to deliver a broadly acceptable decision to a highly polarized society. More than 2.6 million petitions, both supporting and opposing Yoon's impeachment, have been filed to the court. With Yoon's impeachment ruling unlikely to take place this week as initially expected, this is set to become the longest impeachment trial for a South Korean leader, marking 91 days this coming Saturday. Former President Park Geun-hye's impeachment ruling took 91 days after the motion was passed, while Roh Moo-hyun's took 64 days.
They know that this is going to be in the history books, especially on Yoon's side. They will be scrutinizing it with a magnifying glass to find any fault possible. And so I think they really want to make sure that all the reasoning is absolutely watertight. I think they are really trying to do their utmost to avoid having a split judgment or even a minority judgment.
Observers also say the ruling on whether or not to uphold Prime Minister Han Duck-soo's impeachment is also likely to precede the presidential impeachment verdict, given that it is a strongly related matter that affects the nation's governance. In any case, a decision on Yoon's impeachment is widely expected before 2 justices retire from the bench on April 18th. Soo-young, Arirang News.